Off heels and out there wide now in the yellow and the orange jacket, Count TOMOZ. In the middle, Yowie Ranger followed after a length away, 3 deep, the Painter. Down on the inside, Nitrous Nana, another Maori boy being followed back behind the Argyle Express, and last into the home straight, Stormy Planet. They'd balanced at the 350 Nordic Gem, tackled by Metal Rain. Dutch Spy, here comes Count TOMOZ off with his run as well. Confirmation behind them, Count Carla having to steady around heels. Count TOMOZ off with 150 left to go, sprints to the lead now from Dutch Spy, Metal Rain, Count Carla, confirmation, but he's a pretty handy type, this newcomer. They've got a good rap on him, and he was too good, Count TOMOZ off. Count TOMOZ
David,
off.
as Darren was saying there was a pretty high rep on this horse, and going through the trials, it beat the times of Light Dainty Tesh, Presented Tie, Discorific, all horses that have raced well since, so you can understand those raps.
Yeah, he's always been a lovely horse from day one when he was broken in, so yeah, he's did the right thing and won on debut, so it was good.
Not too many win on debut, and then let alone from barrier 14.
No, I seen originally it was 16. I thought, well, it was 3 from 86. These last the last 86 starters over 1,000. There was only 3 that had won. I thought, he's the fourth, but he's coming to 4, and I didn't look at them once.
What was the plan through the early races? Was just to let him settle and see where he popped, or did you want to go forward?
I thought, being a 14-horse maiden, you don't want to get behind slow ones, so I just said, ride him positively. Hopefully get a bit of cover, and he got cover. He was sort of 4 wide, but he had cover. So if he's going to go on as good as we think he's going to be, then he needed to win pretty impressively, and he did. He looked like he was going to win a lot more impressively, and then pricked his ears and looked at the grandstand, and yeah, I think he's got a bit of upside, yeah.
That looked to be the biggest positives, that Patrick Carberry was clearly very confident as well. He looked relaxed through the time, was happy to pull him out early and know that you were going to get that sustained run.
Yeah, well, he did win a length, and he did look like he was going to win by a few lengths, so it'll be interesting to see what Paddy says, but it looked like he just pricked his ears and just waited for him by the looks of him, but yeah, see what he says.
What type of plans have you got now moving forward distance-wise and the amount of races this prep?
Oh, I don't think we've got any real major plans. I think he's going to be a really nice horse in time, so I don't want to, it's only his first racing prep, so I don't want to drive him mad, you know, like 2 or 3 runs is plenty for a horse having their first prep, and you don't want to turn him off racing, so we'll just look for a couple of races for him, maybe go for a Saturday now, and hopefully pick up another bonus before the season finishes.
Always good coming to the race for an opinion, even better leaving with the result. Congratulations.
Yeah, good on you. Thanks, buddy.
Well done, Patrick. This way, and we'll come have a chat.
Now, Patrick Carberry. Pat, we talked about the raps there with David Harrison. You look to be a man that was pretty confident no matter where you were positioned.
Credit to David and the owners, like they've been really patient with him. He's a big raw horse, and he probably could have got into the races last prep, but there's no point sort of rushing him and ruining him just for the sake of taking him to the races. And today proved, the reasons why that everyone's been so patient. Obviously, he drew awful, and I just sort of backed the horse in a bit. I know how much ability he's got, and he always travelled sweetly, and he probably covered him pretty easy, and he had a good look around and switched his stick through the left just to keep him honest, but plenty of upside to this horse.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing noted, wasn't it? That you take out the barrier, you take away the looking around with a bit more racing, it's going to be a pretty scary prospect.
Yeah, I think obviously it's only a maiden, but I think when they step up in grade and they've got better horses to compete against, certainly brings horses along more because they've got better horses to chase.
Certainly look forward to following the progress. Congratulations.
Cheers, thanks.